Hey everyone, and welcome to the FinTalk series. Today, we're going to talk about something super cool: how to make your money work for you, both now and in the future. We'll break down two really simple tools that will help you grow your money so you can live the life you want later on. Let's dive in.
Okay, just think about this for a second. What if that pocket money you get or the cash from a weekend job didn't just sit in a piggy bank? What if it could actually start to grow all by itself? I mean, saving is awesome, it's a great start, but making your savings grow? Now that is the real game changer.
All right, so how do you actually do this? Let's use an analogy. Imagine you're planting a money tree. You start with just a tiny little seed, a small amount of money, and with a bit of regular care, you can watch it grow into something huge and amazing over time. So, the first tool we're going to use to plant this tree is called a systematic investment plan, or just SIP for short. A SIP is basically just a promise you make to yourself to invest a small, fixed chunk of money on a regular schedule, say on the first day of every month. The key words here: discipline and consistency. That's it.
So, how does this whole thing actually work in the real world? It's literally as easy as 1, 2, 3. First, you pick a small amount you can totally afford to set aside. Second, you invest that exact same amount automatically every single month. And third, you just give it time and watch it grow. It's kind of like watering a plant, right? You don't just dump a massive bucket of water on it and hope for the best. Nope. You give it a little water consistently, and that's what makes it grow big and strong. And here's the super cool part, the secret sauce really. A SIP does this clever little trick for you automatically called rupee cost averaging. Think about it like this. When your favorite chips go on sale, you buy more bags, right? And when the price goes way up, you might buy fewer or none at all. A SIP does the exact same thing with your investments. By putting in the same fixed amount of cash each month, you naturally buy more when the price is low and less when it's high. It's basically like having an automatic deal finder for your investments. Okay, fast forward a bit. You've spent years patiently watering your money tree, and now, wow, it is full of fruit. So now what? Well, now it's time to actually enjoy all the rewards of your hard work. And this is where our second tool comes into play: the Systematic Withdrawal Plan, or SWP. It's really simple. If a SIP is all about putting money in on a regular basis, an SWP is the total opposite. It's about taking money out on a regular basis. You use it when you've already built up a big pile of money and you need a steady income from it, kind of like getting a personal salary from your savings. I love this next analogy. It makes it so clear. Picture this. All your savings are in a giant bucket of water. An SWP is like installing a tap on that bucket. You can turn it on and get a nice, steady stream of water whenever you need it. But the rest of the water stays safe in the bucket, maybe even continuing to grow. You get exactly what you need without draining your entire supply all at once. All right, so we've got these two things, SIP and SWP. They kind of sound the same, but trust me, they're built for completely different jobs. Let's put them head to head and see what the real difference is. Okay, if you remember one thing from today, let it be this. A SIP is for investing. It's all about putting money away to build your wealth. An SWP is for withdrawing. It's about taking money out to live on. One's for building up, the other is for cashing out. Simple. Let's dig a little deeper with this table. First up, purpose. SIPs, they're for building wealth from scratch. SWPs, they're for getting regular cash from the wealth you already built. Okay, who's it for? SIPs are perfect for people like you, just starting to save. SWPs are for people who've already saved up and need that money for regular income. And finally, cash flow. This is a big one. With an SIP, money goes out of your bank account and into your investment. With an SWP, money comes into your bank account from your investment. See? Total opposite. So, the big question is, which one is for you? And don't worry, it's not a trick question. The answer just depends entirely on where you are in your life right now. Let's figure it out. Okay, a SIP is probably your go-to tool if you're just starting to save up, from your pocket money or maybe your first part-time job. If your main goal is to build a really big pile of money over a long, long time, then a SIP is going to be your best friend. It is the tool for long-term growth. Now, what about the SWP? Well, this is something you'll think about way down the road. It's for when you've already built up that big nest egg, what the finance folks call a corpus. Fancy word, right? It just means a big lump of money. So if you need a regular income from those savings, like for retirement when you're not working anymore, that's when you'd use an SWP. But wait, here's the real kicker, and this is the best part. You don't actually have to choose one and stick with it forever. Not at all. The smartest play is to use them together, as a team. You spend your younger years using a SIP to plant and grow that money tree, and then when you're ready, you switch to an SWP to start harvesting the fruits. They're like a perfect combo.
Okay, before we finish up, let's do a quick, fun, rapid-fire myth-busting round. Because there are a lot of myths out there about this stuff, so let's set the record straight.
All right, myth number 1. This is a big one. You'll hear people say things like, oh, SIPs are totally safe. They guarantee you'll make money. Busted. A SIP is an amazing method for investing, for sure, but it is not a magic money machine. Nope. Your returns totally depend on how the market is doing. It's a great strategy to help manage the ups and downs, not get rid of them completely. Okay, myth number 2. When I use an SWP to take money out, I don't have to pay any taxes on it.
Yes, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but that one's also busted. The money you take out could have some taxes on it, something called a capital gains tax. It's just something to be aware of, but don't sweat the details for now. And our final myth for today, once you start a SIP, that's it. You're locked in for life.
And as you now know, that is absolutely false. Your financial plan should always be flexible, just like your life is. You can, and you probably should, switch from a SIP to an SWP when the time is right for you. So what's the big takeaway from all this? Both SIPs and SWPs are incredible financial tools. The best one for you just depends on where you are in your life's journey. The most important thing, honestly, is just to start. Start planting that seed today so you can enjoy the shade of a big, beautiful money tree tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to this FinTalk episode.